Brad and Christina, thanks, and to our viewers, welcome to Political Alert, our weekly Monday segment on Iowa state, local, and even university politics. Now students are returning for the fall semester after a hot summer, and just as Marissa had just mentioned, there is a major heat wave going on in Iowa right now. But if you paid attention to the Daily Iowan this summer, you might have seen that Iowa is actually experiencing a freeze at the same time. It's called a tuition freeze, and the student body here at the UI has been fighting hard for it. You may recall University of Iowa student government initiating a day at the Iowa State Capitol last year to lobby lawmakers into approving the freeze. The tuition freeze was proposed to the Iowa's Board of Regents last September and approved in December for residents at the University of Iowa, Iowa State University, and University of Northern Iowa. It took effect this summer. So how did this all become possible? The Board of Regents actually had to approve an increase in their own budget to keep the state tuition for in-state students frozen. That puts in-state tuition for this year at just over $8,000, but non-residents will still see an increase in their tuition this year of 2.6%, putting them at paying almost $27,000 a year. Though the Board of Regents has to agree on the freeze, it's not totally up to them. The Daily Iowan had its monthly sit-down with Sally Mason today, and she had this to say about how it happened.
I've had a number of conversations with individual legislators this summer, and I've thanked them profusely for their willingness to partner with us, because it was really the legislature that made it possible.
And UISG also plans to continue lobbying Iowa lawmakers to extend the freeze. President Catherine Valde told the Daily Iowan, "It's all about starting early." She said, quote, "We started this in August, and even before, we met with the governor and lieutenant governor in July. And so if we just kind of keep delivering our message and keep putting our voices into the conversation, I think that is how we can be most effective." You can read the full Q&A with Sally Mason in tomorrow's pages of the Daily Iowan, and that's also where you'll find a piece on UISG's plans this semester, including the tuition freeze efforts. Well, that's a wrap up for this week's Political Alert. I'll see you here next week. Brad and Christina.